Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to your November 2014 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. Just a quick reminder to also check out the video for your rising sign if you know it. That can give you some more information about other issues and areas that you may be dealing with in November. Of course, if you would like a reading, I do those on Skype. It's $65 for a 30-minute session. Just drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video if you want to set up an appointment. And we can take a look at any areas of concern that you may have. And it'll be much more specific than these general sun sign readings. But let's jump into November and see what we can get to help you Cappies out. Get the runes first. Okay. A lot of stuff going on. Just need to see what ways these want to go. All right, let's see. The tarot has to add here. Okay. So, Capricorn. Your challenge during the month of November may be dealing with a Knight of Pentacles. And so this is normally another earth sign. This is normally another Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. And this would be somebody that you're working with. Now, he's presenting as a knight, so this could be somebody who acts just very immature, you know, who is not, or it could be somebody who is like a preteen or a teenager, or somebody in their early 20s. I know I have a lot of younger viewers, so if you are younger, I mean, this could be, you know, somebody that you go to school with. But I feel like for most of you, this has to do with on the job. So the challenge is going to be, I think, accepting something that this person's going to make an offer to you, and you may not, or it may be, you know, somebody who wants to put more work on you, but they're not saying anything about paying you more. For a lot of you, it has to do with work. So, and Capricorns, you guys are workaholics. I mean, there are more workaholics under the sign of Capricorn than any others that I've, you know, and I've noticed this just from my personal experience. So yeah, I mean, it could be that you are taking on or asked or expected to take on a lot more work than, you know, it's not. Sorry about that, Capricorn. The memory card was full. So, take two. But yeah, as I was saying, your challenge is somebody's trying to put work on you that is not your job, or adding to your responsibilities in some way. So that's the challenge of November, is to make sure that you're compensated for that, or that if something extra is added to your plate, something else is taken away. Because I do have changes coming up that at work that are going to be challenging for everyone, but you know, and you tend to roll with the punches. It's kind of par for the course with you. You earth signs are very at home in the practical things, and generally, not all of you, but generally, you know, you just kind of roll with the punches at work. But, you know, you are due compensation, and especially if it's been a long time since you've gotten a raise, Capricorn, and somebody's trying to push even more work on you, it's time to put your foot down and say, you know, when somebody says, we would like you to take this on, you know, and just be like, and what will my raise be for the extra work? Or, you know, what's going to be passed on to someone else? So yeah, that's kind of your challenge. For some of you. For others of you, this could be a personal relationship. Maybe you're with a younger man who is also an earth sign, or somebody with those traits. Who was also very practical, but a bit younger. And maybe you're ready for a commitment and you're waiting for this person to make an offer of marriage to you, or to make some sort of offer solidifying your relationship. Maybe you're waiting for them to suggest moving in together. Looks like some of you will be waiting for your partner to approach the issue of taking a relationship to the next level. Now, for you guys, this could be you, or you more masculine women, if you're a lesbian woman. It could be that you are thinking about taking a relationship to the next level, getting someone to move in with you, asking them to go on a trip. So November, I mean, you know, however this plays out, you know, that's a couple of the different scenarios or ways this can be working out. Some of you may be dealing with a child that's going to be moving out, who's also an earth sign energy. Maybe they're moving for a job, or maybe a coworker that you really like is leaving for another job because they're going to make more money. So that's just a few of the instances, but you know, the way this can work out. But for most of you, I think it has to do with financial things, and you being compensated fairly. Changes at work and you being compensated fairly for any extra you're expected to take on. Help that's going to be available to you. I do feel like these changes are just being maybe for a lot of you just talked about in November, and they're going to take effect after the first of the year, because it seems like there's a bit of a delay. And that kind of gives you time to get the information, process it. You know, and maybe this came out in October as part of the eclipses, a part of that eclipse energy. You know, it was these surprise changes at work, and now, you know, everybody's really in an uproar about it. And yeah, but in November, it seems like you'll have time to process this. Some of you will also be taking a vacation. We'll be getting a much needed break. For a lot of you, this may just be the November. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, you may just be going home for November, or taking a staycation. Some of you may be staying at home. It looks like a lot of you are going to get a chance to rest in November, though. And that's the advice, actually, is that you do take some time out. Because while you do that, you will not only get time to rest, but also to think more about this situation and how you want to handle it, no matter how it's playing out for you in November. How you want to approach it, and get some plans in place. For some of you, also the advice, part of the advice for those of you, if there are disruptions breaking out around you or involving other people, this may be happening at the same time that you are on a vacation, or it may happen at home for Thanksgiving if you're going home, and there may be tempers flaring or disruptions going on within the family. You're going to do your best to stay out of that. Some of you may opt to just stay home instead of going to Thanksgiving. Maybe you say, well, I'll just go to Christmas. And you know, for a lot of you, if you know that there's a lot of drama and conflict within the family, that might be best. Because, you know, it's just, you don't need that right now. You've got enough to think about. You've got enough to kind of stress about. And I think going back to that, if you know, those of you who have had disruptions within the family, it's a struggle that there are no winners. With the Five of Wands reversed, you know, it's a battle with no winner, and it's a mock struggle, so it's just kind of petty nonsense, and nobody wins, and it's just disappointing for everyone. It's just there's no point to it for a lot of this. Now, for some of you, this could be going back to the work situation. You know, everybody all upset about minor things. Everybody all upset just because of change for change's sake, and or maybe you feel that the management or maybe people are upset because they feel management's just changing things that worked fine before, and that their reasons for doing so are just silly. It's common. That happens a lot. But yeah, I feel like some of you may just be disappointed that what was, you know, what had been maybe a relatively stasis work environment is now kind of getting a little nutty. You know, getting a little crazy, and expectations are too much for maybe what they're paying people. But yeah, it looks like it could also just be a lot of activity picking up at work. So everybody's just kind of overworked and stressed. You included Capricorn, and I think that's why they're saying, you know, definitely do not forego your vacation time in November. You know, we're getting towards the end of the year here. If you have any left, take it. Take it. You Capricorns, again, you're notorious for not taking your time off. Do it. They can do without you for a week, and don't answer the phone if they call you. A complete break is a complete break, and that is what they're saying here. Complete break. You don't take calls when you're on vacation. You don't get paid for that. You know, if somebody calls you, text them your PayPal account. Just be like, when you deposit money into this, I will take your phone call. I'm on vacation. You should do that, Capricorn. No, but for some of you, I feel like this is a long-standing, just disappointment. Someone let you down. If it's not the work situation, this could be going back to maybe family conflict or drama. But again, yeah, it's a struggle, but nobody's winning because everybody's hands are tied. You know, and you just, there's no solution, so you just feel like there's no point in engaging in it anymore. What can't be changed about November for you, Cappies, is that you finally moved on from something. I mean, I'm not saying that the residual, it may be this same situation with family drama or conflict or a family relationship, but it could be any relationship. I mean, some of you may have, you know, finally left a past relationship behind, or maybe that was on your mind during the Mercury retrograde in October, a past love or a past relationship, and you know, maybe it was stressing you out in October or just bringing up a lot of old issues, and now in November you move past that and you've got a new goal. A lot of you are setting new goals for relationships in general. Again, going back to this, some of you are waiting for a proposal or some chance to move things to the next level, or thinking about offering that yourself. Others of you are wanting to start fresh, and this could be kind of preliminary New Year's resolutions for some of you. But there may be there's a goal that you have when it comes to emotional partnerships and relationships, and you want them to be totally different from the past. For some of you, this could be a reconnect from the past. With someone that you felt very strongly about. With the Two of Cups, I mean, this is definitely, it could be an ex-husband or an ex-wife, somebody that you were in a pretty serious relationship. Does not have to be romantic. It could be somebody you were once close to, a close friend. But normally when the Two of Cups comes up, that is a romantic partnership. But yeah, this could be somebody trying to reconnect with you. And for some of you, it may have been from a long, long time ago. You know, it could have been from school or something. These days with social media, people can find you. People can track you down and get in touch with you. For others of you, maybe you are the one wanting to reconnect with somebody from school. Maybe you've kind of found their Facebook page and you're like, I wonder what he or she would do if I sent a message. You know, so you may be pondering that. You know, I do feel like, though, whatever you set your mind to when it comes to relationships, you can have that, Capricorn. If this person is taken or married, this person from the past, you know, you may decide not to, and that would probably be wise. But maybe you're looking for somebody who is similar to that, or who has those same values, or who you feel that same way about. And, you know, definitely ask your spirit guides to help you find someone like that, you know, or ask your spirit guides to help you reconnect with this person from the past, if that's who you're supposed to be with. Don't be afraid to ask for help from your spirit guides, Capricorn. That's what they're there for. I do see a lot of you, though, also, again, taking a trip or vacation. And I do see you being victorious in whatever this situation is that's troubling you. But you have to ask for it. You have to ask for the help. You have to ask for the raise. You know, if you want to cement the relationship, you have to ask for it. Because I feel like if you're waiting on this other person, you know, it's not going to happen real soon. But if you were to suggest it, you know, hey, we should move in together, or hey, have you thought about marriage? What are your thoughts on marriage with me? Broach the subject, bring it up. That takes a lot of guts, but I mean, you need to know. This is, you know, come on, you're practical. You're like, I need to know this in order to move ahead, to move on with my life. Those of you who have had court cases or anything, we've got the Justice Tarot card, and I don't know if you can see that because I'm a little further away than I normally am. But that means a balance to any situation, but it also means a positive outcome normally to any court case or litigation or anything that you have going on in the legal field. Also, if you've been waiting to hear from any kind of organization, so this could have to do with anything from green cards to, you know, social assistance, you know, any kind of organization. If you're waiting to hear if you got into a school, if you're wanting to start university the next semester. So yeah, there's you know, a positive result to that. Balance is going to be restored, and there definitely is what you feel, a message coming to you that is going to inform you, you got this. Whatever this is, you know, so if you're applying for new jobs, maybe you've just decided, you know what, I'm done with this place. I'm gonna start looking for something else. I'm gonna leave this job. And some of you may decide to do that before the end of November. If they won't give you a raise, but they still want you to do this work, you're going to start looking for something else, a lot of you. And you should, because you deserve to be compensated for your work. Some of you may be starting your own thing. You know, you may be starting your own business. And you may be dealing with legal stuff as far as taxes and things like that, talking to somebody, a lawyer, or talking to somebody within a bureaucratic organization about how to go about that. You may be talking to a financial planner about like how much you would need to set aside to save up to do this. Something about a goal that you are really going to go after with some real tenacity, Capricorn. Starting in November, but extending into next year, that is really going to pay off, and it's going to pay off rather quickly. You're definitely going to be happy with the way this turns out. So whatever it is that you want, Capricorn, you know, over the next year, whatever it is that you want to accomplish, no matter what it is, you know, as long as you work hard for it, you're going to get it. You know, you may also be deciding to move, some of you, in November. You may be, that can be another way this works out as far as what was coming up in the challenge. Maybe you are having to renegotiate the money or something for a home, but you finally get your way. Don't give in too quickly if you're negotiating on property or if you're looking for a new place to live, because I think you're going to find just the right place, and you will be in the process of moving or moved in by the end of November. So yeah, shifts and changes. Vacation, whatever it is that you want, you're going to get it, Capricorn, because you expect to work hard for whatever it is that you get. Other people want something for nothing sometimes. You're not like that, and because you don't mind working hard, kind of pushing up your sleeves and getting your hands dirty, you're rewarded for that. And it's going to be no different with whatever these new goals are that you're setting. You're going to really go after something. So, you know, don't limit yourself in what it is you want. Earth signs will sometimes do this. You're just like, well, I'm just going to set my sights on moving up to the next job. Why not set your sights on owning your own business? Or partnering up with someone and starting your own thing, going off on your own and being independent. Because you guys make great CEOs, you make great owners of businesses, because you're so good at planning that and meeting financial goals, and making sure other people meet their goals. So if that's something you've been putting off and something you've always wanted to do, now's the time to do it. And it's maybe something, whatever this goal is, it's maybe something that started in the time of Libra, because the Justice card is the Libra card. So maybe it started in October. You started thinking about it in early October, and you know, you're now in November taking action on this. I mean, you really are moving forward with it, and yeah, it's going to require a lot of hard work, but that doesn't scare you in the slightest. You're used to that. There's a new beginning for you, Capricorn, and it's, you know, and it depends on what you really want. Again, some of you it's going to be job and work related, career related. For others of you, it's going to be a relationship or someone in particular that you want. That you're going to go after. So Good luck with that. A really great reading for November, Capricorn. As always, post up in the comments. Let me know how these energies manifested for you. I'm always interested in hearing your specific situation. If this didn't really speak to you, you know, and other months have, and you'd want something, because again, it's kind of like these readings go to the people who need the messages the most. It's kind of a no news is good news kind of situation. But when I do private readings, I can really tap into your energy, and we can look at whatever issues you may be specifically concerned about. So absolutely drop me a line and I'll get in touch with you, and we'll get that set up. But if not, I do hope that was helpful, and I'll see you back here in December.